Hey guys, thank you for visiting my channel, Medical Assistant with Miss K. If this is your first time here, welcome. So the other day I put up a poll asking if you were aware that having multiple streams of income is important. Even as a nurse, a medical assistant, and as high in demand as we are, anything can happen, and I think the pandemic has proven that. So I think that it is very important to make sure that you have other streams of income. And if you don't already, at least start to think about other ways that you can generate income. And this is something that I talk about to my students. And so anything that I talk about with my actual students in the classroom, I try to make sure I bring it to this channel and share with you all. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Miss K. I'm a medical assistant instructor. I teach clinical and administrative skills. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So I just wanted to kind of talk about why it's important and also just share some of the ways that I make money outside of medical assistant. So those of you who listen to my story, you know I've been a medical assistant. I've been in this field for 17 years and I've been teaching a total of about 7 of those years that I've been a medical assistant. And throughout the years, I have had other streams of income. Once I learned the importance of having multiple streams, I immediately got on it. So I'm going to share with you some of my streams of income and kind of give you some ideas of, some things you can start thinking about as well. Okay. So many of you may already know outside of medical assistant, outside of being a medical assistant instructor, I should say, I am also an author. I have written 4 books, okay? I've written 4 books and I've also published 2 other authors. So, writing books, that is a form of passive income. Passive income is income that you don't have to keep working for, right? You do the work one time and then you continue to get paid for it. So I did the work one time by writing the book, right? Each time my book sells, I get paid for it, right? Every time I sell a book, I get paid for it. Now, my books are on Amazon, so Amazon takes their cut. So I don't get much unless a lot of books sell, but you get what I'm saying. Every time I sell a book, I make money. Other ways that I make money, I do courses. So I also teach people how to obtain business credit and work on their personal credit. So people actually pay me to help them build business credit and also to work on their personal credit. So that's another way I make money. So you see what I've done there? I've just figured out ways to make money doing what I like to do anyway, right? I like to write. I've been an author. Me and my mom, we wrote our first book when I was like 7. Well, we wrote a story and it was published in a book at the elementary school I was going to. So I've been writing all my life. So I knew I wanted to be an author. And so maybe some of you may be listening to this and thinking, wait a minute, I want to write a book too. I actually had a student in my class who wanted to be an author. So when she found out I was an author, she's like, oh my God, Miss Cat, I want you to read this story I've been working on. So, I found some time and I read the story and it was actually really, really good. And so if you're watching this and writing a book is something you want to do, definitely explore that. I mentioned that I help people with their credit and stuff. So that's something that I just happen to be good at. You can think of things that you're good at. Maybe some of you do hair. Like many of my students, they were doing hair and nails, lashes, and stuff like that. So whatever it is, maybe you're good at resumes or maybe, whatever it is, you want to start thinking about things that you're good at and how you can make money from it, right? Now, I mentioned that writing books is passive income. Though that's something that you want to have as a goal. Your goal, you want to have a goal of creating income when you sleep. That's passive income. Income that you make when you sleep. That means when you do something at one time, people can buy from your website or they can, order from Amazon or whatever, and you constantly make money while you're asleep. That is the goal. Now, starting out, it takes some work to get there. And, starting out, you may have to work, a couple different things. Like I've had instances where I've worked multiple jobs at one time. I told you guys I worked at 2 schools at one time. So that was 2 streams of income, right? Working at 2 schools. But when you have multiple jobs, that's more of your time that you're given. So you want to make a goal of what are ways to create passive income, okay? So you want to start looking at that. Another way that I've recently started making money is on YouTube. So this channel has grown beyond what I thought it was going to be. I told you guys initially my students asked me to create a channel for them. They knew I had a personal channel. It grew quickly and I began getting paid for my videos a few months ago. So that's another way. So I don't know if anybody's watching this is interested in YouTube, making money on YouTube. Some of you already have YouTube. Maybe you already have YouTube channels and making money. If you are, let me know down below if you already are doing that. But you know, that's just one of the ways. Social media now, the way things are, so many people are making money. My best friend, she actually makes money creating reels on Instagram after a certain time, because she's already always doing reels. And after a certain time, she got a message from Instagram asking her if she wanted to get paid. And of course, she said yes. So now she's getting paid just for doing reels on Instagram. So there's just so many different ways to make money now. And so I want you guys to start thinking about that. So, you know, like I said, this we are in high demand. We are blessed to work somewhere where, you know, we're always going to be needed. The medical field is never ever going anywhere. So we're blessed. But you always just want to have some backup, right? If something happens, let's just say, you know, God forbid you get in an accident or whatever and you can't work, you want to start looking at ways that you can create income, right? That's going to be coming in, like I said, while you're sleeping, right? Now, some more advanced ways, and I don't want to get too deep into it. These are things that I talk about on my personal channel and that I talk about, you know, on my Facebook and stuff like that. I talk about, you know, how to invest in stocks and things like that. And I know the majority of my followers, you guys are very young. Most of you are fresh out of high school. So, you know, many of you are probably not even interested in it. But that is something some of you, you know, may be interested in learning about. So you may want to look at that. Make sure you guys are invested in your retirement if you haven't already. It's not too late. I don't even care if you're 40, 50 years old, even 60. It's never too late. As long as you're still working, as long as you're still living, it's never too late. Okay, so if you are young, for those of you that are fresh out of high school, I definitely want you to start looking at ways to invest your money. Okay, make sure you're staying, well, the student, I was going to say make sure you're paying your student loans on time. That's a whole nother video I want to talk about later, student loans, because again, that's something else that I talk about with my students that I want to make sure I talk about with you. I do consider you guys my YouTube students. Many of you guys have been telling me that I've been helpful. You guys have been, you know, telling me that I've been helping you pass your tests and get through your classes and things like that. So I have felt burdened with the responsibility, and not burdened in a bad way, but I just feel burdened. I do feel the responsibility to try to help as many people as I can, especially I'm knowing that you guys, many of you guys are looking up to me. So I want to make sure I give you guys everything that I give my actual students. Okay. So, again, start thinking about ways that you can start making money, doing things that you love to do, right? Because you don't want to start looking just make money just to make money. You want it to be something that you love doing, because then it won't really seem like a job. Other ways that I've seen people create multiple streams of income are investing in vending machines, where you buy a vending machine and, you know, make money that way. There's so many different ways. And I can do a separate video if you guys want. I know I mentioned a few things here, but if you want me to go deeper and name even more things that you can consider doing, I can do that. You know, there's always tutoring. You can make money that way. There's always, if any of you guys are good with graphics, you guys can, you know, offer those services. You have websites like Fiverr, Thumbtack, and things like that where you can offer your services. There are so many ways that you can make money. And so I definitely, the thing that I want you to leave here with today, if you haven't already begun earning extra income, I just want this to be something that you wanna start thinking about, okay? And I don't care, like I said, what you do. I don't care how much money you make. It is imperative to have more than one stream of income. Now, do you need 7? Not necessarily, because I always hear people talk about, oh, I need 7 streams of income, and then they're working 7 different jobs, stressing themselves out. They don't have time for their kids, their family, or whatever. They're not getting any sleep. I don't believe in team no sleep. You need your rest. So I don't want to encourage anybody to take on anything that's going to, you know, cause a burden on your health or anything like that. I just want to educate people. Many people don't know. Some of you guys, when you answered the poll, you said you didn't know it was important to have multiple streams. So that let me know that there's some people that don't know that. So I'm hoping that this encouraged somebody today. If you have any questions, video suggestions, or comments, you know, you guys, you can always email me. I'll leave my email down below. So if you found value in this video, if it was helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in learning more about medical assistant or hearing in any of my medical assistant stories, anything like that, anything medical assistant and relating to medical assistant, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you again for visiting my channel. Be blessed.